All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy. I am Aaron Parker, where we talk about one truck, big profits. Today, welcome back to our website series. We've named it What Makes a Great Website. I am joined here with my good friend, Chris Lonergan over at Footbridge Media. How you doing today, Chris?
Doing awesome. How are you doing, Aaron?
Awesome, man. I appreciate you coming back on the line here. You know, we've had like a monthly video that we've been doing here talking about what makes a great performing website. You guys are the experts over there. You guys run my site, ranking #1. You know, you do Pierce's site, my brother, and countless other guys who are ranking really well in their market. And you know, today you and I were kind of brainstorming before the video, and we were like, you know, let's talk about brand consistency. I think that's huge. And I was asking you about 3 points because you're the expert here. So we got 3 points laid out for you guys. Make sure you stay to the end of the video today. So let's talk about brand consistency, Chris. You know, the first thing that we talked about is method of contact. Now, I know this sounds a little mystical, and it did to me, but you're the expert here. So talk to me a little bit about method of contact consistency.
Sure. So you always want to have, when you spend all this time and research and effort getting people to talk to you, you need to make sure that those communication pathways are open. You want it so that when they call you, it's always the same number or your tracking number with PPC, but always the same phone number, the same email address, and it's all got to be branded to you. So when you pick up the phone, you can't answer hello. You have to answer, hello, this is Bob with Bob's Pressure Washing. You have to have that consistent messaging there so that people know that when they call you, that they're hitting a business. Or when they email you, they're seeing Bob at bobspressurewashing.com. You know, they want to know they're dealing with a pro. So having that branded approach to your communication so that people know that your phone number is the same, they know it's your email address because it matches your website. You want all those things to match so there's a feel good there so people understand I'm working with a professional here.
Absolutely. So you're saying, you know, I know a lot of guys get started. You're saying that having, you know, Aaron Parker at gmail.com is not the best way to do this.
That's probably one of the better ones. I've seen some bad ones that you wouldn't want to associate with the business.
Awesome. So maintaining a consistent method, obviously, you know, is getting a branded email something that they should do?
Absolutely. When you get your website set up, it's super easy at that point to have a branded email set up for you too. It makes it, again, look really polished and professional. It's that extra little step. You know, even if you don't use it all the time, you can set it up to route to your personal email if you don't want to handle multiple email accounts. But to your user, they have to be able to see that branded, persona. You're building up that business clout. You want to make it look like they're working with a business, not just with you necessarily.
Absolutely, man. I know that with me, dude, right off the bat, I think it was Aaron Parker Music or something. You know, I was still touring. It looked rough. Yep. They were like, this guy is definitely a broke musician trying to clean windows. It just so guys, make sure that your email and all of your method of contacts match your company name. Just to kind of give that extra pro, you know, it's downs. What do they call it? Football is a game of inches, right? And that's the same with this type of stuff. It's a game of inches when it comes to, you know, persuading that contact to do the deal with you. You'd be amazed at what those little things can do to push them over the edge. So number 2 was visual consistency. Now I know obviously you're much more of an expert with this than I am. Talk to me about visual consistency, Chris.
Yeah, you want to have, when you're starting off, and you are setting up, you're establishing your business, you want people to recognize you and your company. And you do that by having a consistent logo and having consistent colors. That's not to say you've got to go all out and have, the full press print marketing package and a fully wrapped vehicle and trailer. You can start off small. Your logo on your website should also match what's on your truck. You can print up a cheap truck magnet, get that on the side of your vehicle. That's a great way to start. And you've got that consistency in your visual brand that way. So someone sees your truck pull up in the driveway, after they submit it for a quote, they know it's you. And that's the very beginning of building that visual brand, having Absolutely. That consistency there.
Very cool. So, I remember when I first started, I know a lot of guys are in this situation, they're just making the leap to getting you guys to build their website. I started with a Wix site. Lord, I just used the template, man. I didn't know how to do any of the color scheme or anything. I had no idea about, visual consistency when it came to branding. You guys helped me out a lot with that, and kind of, I just pointed towards what I want, and you guys made it look all, done up and consistent. And I obviously molded that over to some of my Google My Business stuff from what you guys created to where it was all seamless. You guys really took a load off of that for me. So visual consistency is huge, number 2. And number 3 is your online consistency. Now talk to me a little bit about that.
Sure. So this is going beyond having the truck magnet and the invoice that matches. Everywhere online, you want to look consistent. It's like you have a campaign instead of just a bunch of different separate marketing things. So the colors and the logo on your website, they should match the logo that's used on your GMB, the colors on your GMB, the colors on your Facebook page. If you're on Twitter, wherever you're at, you need to make sure that all those colors, all those brand parts match, so that online and offline, you have a consistent looking company. If you look at any big brand, that's what they're doing. The Amazon's, smile logo is everywhere that way for a reason. So you remember what that looks like. You see that little swoosh from Nike, it's Nike. You don't have to read the words. You've got to get to the point where you're developing a persona for your business online and offline with your brand.
Now, would you say that simple is better than complicated when it comes to this kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, there's room for cool characters that you add in and logo art like that. But at the end of the day, take a look at the big things that have I Heart New York. Everyone knows what it looks like. We said it. Everybody knows what it looks like. Everyone knows the Nike swoosh. Everyone knows the FedEx colors. They're not crazy out there. Logo designs. They're simple. They're to the point, and it's easy to remember that way. So yeah, I think especially starting off, you don't have to get crazy and throw in tens of thousands of dollars on your brand. Right. Start off with something that you like, with colors that you can commit to and a name you can commit to. And, that's take that first step with that brand in mind.
When I first got started, I was looking into some of these crazy branding companies, they were like, yeah, it's going to be 15,000. I'm like,
yeah,
all right. Well, and I believe in, obviously they're going to do it up, but the color, the psychology of the colors and everything, I get it. You know what I mean? And I respect the talent. But for a lot of new guys getting started, they just can't afford something like that. And so will this, if guys call you, will you guys kind of help guide them through this process and making consistency throughout this process, advising them on?
Absolutely. For the first phone call, when people come to us, and even if they don't have a logo, if they're just starting off, we can start with the basic logo, like you said, with, shapes and colors. We can put something together for you, so that you don't have to go to an agency and spend, $20K to get a logo. That's not a solid first step for any company. So yeah, we get that logo. We talk about the colors that you want. And one of the first things we do is we deliver you a website design proof. So you can look at it, and it's basically a snapshot of what we think your brand and your website should look like. The colors, the text that we use, the font selection, all the different shapes that are used within the actual design itself. All those little things that are basically, we're establishing the jumping off point. When you like that, when you approve that, we move forward with setting up your Google My Business. If you use PPC ads with us, your landing pages will have a similar look. Use social media with us. We're going to make sure your cover page and your profile images all have that same look and feel from that basic jumping off point, from that simple logo, that brand we create.
That is insane, dude. That's just so much work.
It's a lot of stuff.
I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? I remember when my little Dinky Wick site was up, and I was like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I've been washing windows all day. I ain't doing this, So I appreciate you coming on today, Chris. Hey guys, listen, if you're wanting to get, a professional web team, these guys obviously run my site, #1 ranking site. They obviously run, my brother Soft Washers, but they also run hundreds of guys at Lean and Mean. And, we got that Gary Trent case study out in Oklahoma City, had his site done by you guys in October, I think. And now he's ranking #1 for pressure washing, OKC, Oklahoma City. And I'll put that link in the description. You guys can check out that case study if you want to. And if you're wanting to get a site done by Chris and the team at Footbridge, just mention Lean and Mean so you get the deal. You're going to save, I don't know, like $600 a year or something crazy like that. You guys are really stacking it out from the folks here at Lean and Mean. Dude, they love you, man. They love you guys, bro. They're, it's cool to see these guys win, and it's cool to see a symbiotic relationship work here that I can actually speak good about something. I know a lot of guys talk, and you probably heard this too, Chris, where a lot of guys, they've partnered with a marketing company before. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard it, that they've been ripped off, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah. You know what I mean? Or they didn't do anything for them. And it's just not the case. You guys are delivering, you know, your customer service is top notch. So I appreciate you coming on today, man.
Thank you, and we appreciate you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. All right. Click the first link in the description. It will take you to the Lean and Mean page, and also Gary Trent's case study out in Oklahoma City. Dude is a superstar, killing it out there in the pressure washing game. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Damn.
If you try to do it on a 5/8, it just can't flow what the pump's trying to flow, and it'll shut it off, shut it off, shut it off. It'll actually burn that pump up.
I'm going to show you a DIY version, but very, very effective.
Some feedback on Siri Starter.
It was great. Learned Cody really was able to dive in deep on everything that you see on the YouTube channel and answer those questions that you always have that you can't ask when you're watching those videos. And then Aaron's portion, you know, was.
What'd you think, dude?
Man, it was great. Great 2 days of classes, and I learned a lot. I'm ready to get started.
Or did you learn anything?
A lot, more than I even could have imagined, really.